Good evening. My name is Alfonso,
And this is RT.
and this is Kane. Are you with that?
We're here reporting live with Ryan, better known as RT, and Alfonso, the Fonz.
You wanna know about the game, man, you better tune in. Ryan, Fonzo, man, got the vision. This is all a podcast, man, known in the church. The Geechee Kings on the rise, man, go give it up.
Positive vibes. Y'all out here winning. Y'all
Yes, sir.
out here getting some dubs, actually.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I mean, I'm happy. I'm straight. How about you?
Wow. What a lot so much has happened in the past week.
Well, we got a couple. Something happened a couple days. Maybe liberation. What do you think?
I think we're on to something else. I don't know if it's better, worse, but we're on to something else.
Just something else. That's it.
Something else. Man.
Okay. All right. All right. So
Good.
Matt Rule was fired earlier this week, and now he's getting paid like what, $800,000 a day for sitting on his couch.
We owe him $40 million for the rest of his 4 years of his contract, man.
You looked before you leapt. Or did you leap before you looked?
Man, it is tough out here to be a Panthers fan. I'll tell you that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But on to bigger and better things.
Yes, something else. Can we move on to some positivity?
Most definitely. Most definitely.
Positivity.
So I want you to break it down. Give me your top 5 for power rankings.
Top 5 right now.
Yeah.
Number 1 team, I would say right now. I'm gonna have to go with those Buffalo Bills.
Okay.
Number 1 overall.
Okay.
You know, Josh Allen is doing his thing right now. Josh Allen's doing his thing.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, I would definitely have to go with those Eagles.
Yeah.
By the way, if you go back to the first episode, I did say the Eagles were gonna go, but hey, it's neither here nor there. Number 3, I'm gonna go with the team I had them going up against. Still high on them. Those Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
I still do like the Ravens.
Yeah.
Number 4, guess I'm gonna show y'all the love. Cowboys. It hurts to say it. I don't want to do it, but
We're number 4?
y'all number 4 with Cooper Rush. Now, we'll talk about it again in a couple of weeks once Dak comes back.
Okay.
But for right now, with the way that defense is playing,
Mm-hmm.
Parsons showing out, and then number 5, I'm gonna go with the Chiefs.
Okay.
Go with
Okay.
the Chiefs.
Nice.
Go
Nice. Nice.
with the Chiefs.
I have a similar list.
What's on yours? Just as long as the Cowboys are not number 1.
No.
Cowboys
Most
are
definitely
number
not.
1?
Most
Okay.
definitely not.
Okay.
We're not solidified yet,
Okay.
so we don't know. As well, we got Tyron Smith coming back.
Tyron Smith coming back?
Yeah. So I mean,
Hall of Famer coming back?
people forgot about that. You know what I mean? They forgot offensive line's not whole yet.
Okay.
But I do have blasphemy, guys. I'm sorry, Cowboy Nation, but I have Philly as number 1.
Okay.
Yeah. Rep for the NFC East, I guess.
Okay.
And then I have Buffalo,
Buffalo. That's solid.
and I have Kansas City.
Kansas City.
Show love to my boy Patrick Mahomes and
Patty.
Carlos Dunlap and all them boys.
Those. Okay.
And then for number 4, I was thinking about this, and can I do 2 for number 4?
Sure.
Because-
We will allow this time.
Thank you,
Call it
sir.
a toss up a
Thank you,
tie.
sir.
Okay.
So number 4 is the 49ers
Okay.
and the Ravens interchangeably, because you know that's a weapon. Lamar Jackson's the ultimate weapon, and then as well you got Justin Tuck. Like, come on now.
Justin
Come on now.
Tucker, so
He's
clutch.
23 or 23 in the kicking game. A lot of
So
games
clutch.
come down to the kicking game. You know what I mean? And
Right.
the fact of the matter is, you only have to get to the 40-yard line, and then
40 to 45.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
mid.
you just gotta get past the.
You just gotta get to the finish. Right.
You gotta get past the touchback.
Right.
But I feel like when you have that kind of those kind of weapons behind you, come on now, that eliminates the kicking game from the
Yeah.
game. Like, that's outrageous. Like, you know that you have 100%, well, 99.99%.
99.9
You know what I mean?
Tuck.
Exactly. So I gotta put him. I have them and the 49ers interchangeably. Because the 49ers, I'm not sure about their injuries and stuff like that. And their quarterback, obviously, like you eloquently told me last week. You're like, hey, you know you picking Jimmy G, right? Yeah. So, and then I have, of course, my boys with Micah.
Okay.
You know, we're always playing 11 on 10. You know what I mean? 11 on 10.
I see what you did there.
Yeah. So
I like that.
with that being said, I'm gonna go with them most definitely. Most definitely.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
See that? And I'd like to say shout out to the 49ers for putting us out of our misery with Matt Rule.
And you know y'all should have played
as
them.
the head coach.
Y'all should have played them next week because
Why
you know
is that?
they have like 3 injuries. I don't think Bosa is going to be playing next week either.
Bosa missed most of this game, bro.
Oh, okay,
And it
okay,
didn't help.
okay.
It didn't help at all.
See, I be watching Red Zone, and y'all don't get in the Red Zone too much.
We're not in the red zone. Often, man. We're not in the red zone.
What'd you say? You said that y'all scored off run CMCs like 70-yarder, and then
we have some long touchdown scores.
Yeah.
I think we have like 6 offensive touchdowns this year.
but no cashing in once you
No
getting
not too much going on within the red zone.
no Red Zone channel.
No,
Okay.
no, you will not see us on the red zone channel.
Just for bloopers.
No, man, it's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough out here. Actually, I won't even say that you'll see us on bloopers because we aren't that. Our team's not bad. It's the quarterback position.
Wow.
So man,
Yeah. I mean, honestly, being real with you, every time I've said something detrimental about the Panthers, you've twisted me up and said, "Hey, no, we have a good this. No, we have a good this."
Yeah,
No, I'm like, so why y'all suck? Oh, Baker.
quarterback play has been horrendous.
So I have a question for you.
Yes, sir.
If we just magically put Sam Darnold back where he was, what's y'all's record right now? What's y'all's record right now?
We're 1-4 currently.
All right. So if Sam Darnold was in that place right this second, what's your record?
I would say we would at least be 2-3.
Okay.
Which doesn't sound like a lot, but that's the difference between being 4th in the South
Yeah.
and 2nd
Exactly.
in the South, which means a lot.
Yeah. Most definitely.
But pretty much the reason why I say that is not so much
That's
of
with
this,
Brady and all his issues.
right? But it's just that Sam can actually run, so
Yeah.
it's helpful. There would have been at least 2 or 3 plays in every game where he could have gotten a first down or ran or something, which is the difference. Because I'm not saying that he's really a passer either, but
Exactly. So I have a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Let's stay on these Panthers for a second. I'm sorry,
man, we
but
gotta.
I kind of like where we're at. I like where we're at.
We gotta
So,
get into the nitty gritty.
so y'all have a new head coach. Y'all have who's y'all's interim head coach? What's his name? I can't
Wilkes.
remember. Yeah.
Wilkes.
So I'm glad he got another chance.
Yeah, he got fired from the Cardinals.
So
Yeah.
with it being said, is he going to stay, or y'all going to get another coach like maybe Eric Bieniemy,
Ooh.
Sean Payton,
Ooh.
Byron Leftwich?
Byron left. Oh, I got it. Man, is Byron available to play quarterback? That's what I need to know, though. That's really what
That's
I need to
good.
know.
That's good.
As far as your question, will Wilkes be our long-term head coach? He has a shot because the season's now 17 games as opposed to 16 games, which means he has 12 full games. And honestly, the season's not over.
Yeah.
And I really truly do think that we have a pretty good overall team, minus the quarterback. If we get anything close to league average quarterback play, we really might have something. Like, we're not asking for a lot, but we get some decent quarterback play. I mean, if our team can lead in just a couple of games as opposed to trailing the entire game, since we're on the subject of struggling quarterbacks, listen very intently to this question.
Yes, sir.
Which franchise quarterback, emphasis on franchise, as if the franchise or the team has plans for this quarterback going beyond this season?
Oh, I thought you were segueing. I was about to say Baker.
Right. Not him.
Okay.
It's over. It's over now.
Okay,
Right.
Okay.
Which struggling franchise quarterback are you the most worried about going forward?
I want to say Russell just because the numbers. They're paying him $250. Like,
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money for mediocrity. 54, 75, 66.
Not so great.
82, like those are his those are his QB ratings. Like, come on. I mean, he hasn't surpassed over 230 yards yet.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So do you think Russ is washed, or do you think it's a combination of first year head coach with a new team, new system, or is he maybe his thumb not fully healed?
Well, you know what he's gonna do.
What do you think?
He's gonna do something like Baker Mayfield and pull out a boot. Or well, actually, he did.
Oh yeah, he said that he had surgery after the game. He had surgery.
Proud. He had surgery. He had surgery after the game, and they made sure to report it. So Russell,
Post-game?
what you saw wasn't him riding. What you saw
Let's ride.
wasn't him cooking. What you saw was him just heating up some food and getting ready to ride. But I don't know. But being honest with you, like I one thing about it is the difference is the best feature that Russell Wilson has or exudes is that he improvises. You know what I mean? He's got feet. He's quick and he's elusive. Now,
Kind of
not
seems like
so
he's not
much.
doing that no more.
And I think that he just doesn't want to run because he wants to prove a point. Like, hey, y'all brought me in to run. No, I'm gonna show y'all I can win from the pocket. I'm gonna win y'all a Super Bowl from the pocket like Peyton. Yeah.
By the way, his package choice in that first game versus Seattle to kick the field goals on 4th and 5. It's not looking so crazy now. He's like, told you.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, told you.
And then Richard Sherman was so sad because he was like, this didn't happen. Like it's what happened before. What do you think?
Safe to say the Broncos fans would rather have the Panthers situation. At least we know we're getting rid of Baker after this.
Yeah, y'all locked in. Yeah, but they locked in.
They're locked in. I would say for me, it was a toss up between Matthew Stafford was an option.
Yeah.
Russ is a choice.
Mm-hmm.
The other guy that came to mind, Kyler Murray.
I would say Tannehill before Kyler Murray.
Tannehill he's a free agent after this year.
Oh, okay, so he doesn't count. Okay, all right. Okay, excuse me.
In the Baker school.
All right, cool. He's in Baker's class. He's in the Baker's man class.
Like it is what it is, but it's over after the season.
Okay.
But the reason why I think for this, I think I'm gonna go with Kyler because they put that clause in his contract that he needs homework. He needs to do his homework at the end of the game versus the Eagles, who they had a chance to take down. Yeah. Kyler Murray was running for the first down on second down. Yeah. And he slid a full yard and a half short. Yeah. Which then made it 3rd and 1. However, he did not know that he was short and he spiked the ball.
I saw that.
So now it's 4th and 1. And now they have to rush out the field goal unit and attempt the game-losing field goal, which it was wide right.
Yeah.
So,
and I kind of knew that wasn't going to. They weren't going to make it because they were all rushing, and it wasn't.
Rushing.
I didn't, as a kicker, I would have felt so uncomfortable. Like if I was Justin Tuck, I'd been cool. But anybody else,
right?
Little trust.
No trust.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly. I'll give you Kyler Murray. That's a big mistake. But I mean, Tom Brady made the same mistake, similar mistake. You know?
Yeah, but they never said that he needed to do homework, and he has 7 rings, and he has a whole host of other awards and wins. But speaking of Tom Brady, former long-term friend of his, and I use the term friend in air quotes, Antonio Brown is not done trying to ruin Tom Brady's life.
Can we get his book on the screen? His book? What does it say? Daddy doesn't live here anymore. See AB?
Wait,
AB's in the house.
Wait, is that the picture of Tom?
Yeah.
The disrespect is too real.
This man got you a ring. This man got you dollars.
He allowed you to stay in his house.
With his wife, with his supermodel wife.
Yeah, go ahead.
So our man Weezy was involved in this. So check this out. AB has a record deal with a fella named Kane or something like that. So Kane goes ahead and he provides, of course, when you have a record deal, your record label provides everything virtually. You know what I mean? Provides wardrobe, provides, hey, I want Jay-Z to be on this track. All right. Okay. What does Jay-Z want? I want Gucci Mane to be on this track. All right. What does Gucci want? The track is called Crunch or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So he said, I want Weezy to be on the track. He was like, all right, cool. Weezy was like, all right, cool. Give me $100 million? I mean, 100,000? Is that what it was?
It was 250,000.
Okay, no. See, AB told his producer, "Hey, Weezy want 250," and then he was like, "All right, cool. So we'll go ahead and write that check." He was like, "Hold up, let me verify with Weezy," and then we was like, "I ain't asking for that. I only want 100,000."
Right.
And so he's getting sued. More litigation.
So he done pulled Weezy F Baby into his shenanigans. Why is it that you think that he's attacking Tom Brady though? That is why is he coming for Tom?
I have an easy answer for that.
Yeah.
He's gonna clown the best football player. So he's clowning Tom Brady, constantly bringing him into the mix, constantly bringing up his name because he realizes every time he brings up his name, his page gets, thousands of hits.
That is very, very clownish.
I mean, but it's just that's how all of his stuff is. Like, I mean, y'all get mad at me for talking about him, but he wants us to talk about him.
Yeah.
Like, you don't post that picture. You don't post that unless you want drama, unless you want smoke. And he knows Tom Brady ain't going to whip his ass. Let's be real. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, Tom Brady don't want no smoke. Yeah. So that's one thing.
Here's the thing with Tom is, and something that I'm sure that you probably notice as well, once you live with somebody, you get intel on someone, and just because Tom hasn't said nothing, you don't. You keep on playing with Tom. You keep playing with Tom's wife in that situation. All right.
Yeah. True.
Okay.
True.
Hey,
true.
Go or nah. All right. All right.
We want to go to another popular receiver.
Yeah.
And everyone loves him.
OBJ.
Yeah. he's a good guy. Apparently, everyone loves him. Even Baker loved him. He didn't perform with him, but he loved him. Supposedly.
Yeah, OBJ thinking, now I kind of understand now.
Yeah, like, remember his dad post?
OBJ, it makes so much sense now. DJ Moore's dad probably going to post something.
Yep.
Baker can't get my son either.
So, my question is, Odell, it looks like he's going to come back. He's eyeing a early November to mid-November return.
Okay.
It's on and popping.
Okay.
So, I was thinking of a few teams. He can go to Green Bay
Packers.
He can go to the Saints.
Okay.
He could go to maybe Arizona. Where do you want him to
go? I want him to go to the Ravens. Okay. I would like to see Jackson with legit weapons.
Okay.
Prior to grading him and saying he can't do this, can't do that. For all of his numbers that he puts up, he does that with a subpar receiving core.
True. Very true. Very true.
You probably want to see him with the Packers.
Well, I don't want him to see him with Packers because the Packers, I fear Aaron Rodgers. I mean, we beat him the last few times, but however, I fear him. You know what I mean? So I don't fear him, but I fear looking at him when I'm playing.
He only beat y'all that one time, right?
2 times in the last 7 years.
Emphasis on 7 years ago.
No, honestly, it was with Tony Romo the last time he beat us, I think.
Yeah, and with Dez. And Dez been retired for 5 years at least, so that was a long time ago.
It was a catch.
Probably was.
Yeah. But honestly, I just don't want Aaron Rodgers to have an excuse. That's it. Like, I don't want him to not have a receiving core. I want him to have his deep threat. I want him to have his, I want him to have everything. And then after he has a subpar season,
no excuses.
What's up?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Now what?
I'd love to see him on the Ravens. I mean, Ravens. I didn't think about that at all. Yeah. Ravens.
Ravens?
I can't argue with that. You swayed me.
Hey, no.
Yes, sir.
Speaking of OBJ, his former team, the Giants, are cutting up, man.
Yes,
They're
sir.
4-1.
Yes, sir.
Some would say that they upset the Packers this past weekend.
Yeah.
Some would say that Aaron Rodgers is just upset. Is it a big deal that Aaron Rodgers lost to Danny Dimes?
I mean, it is a big deal, but that their culture over there, with Brian Daboll, he's like, man, all I gotta say is he's one coach of the year off this clip right here.
Yeah.
You see that? You see him having fun with his team? Like, that's genuine. He doesn't care about the camera. Like, that's beautiful. Look at it. Look at it.
I wish I
dabbing. Like,
I wish. All right, this is the energy that the Panthers need an hour.
You want
next coach. I don't know about him, but I just need a coach with some energy.
Exactly. He's doing a great job. As long as they can stand pat, he's going to win coach of the year.
Yeah.
Who else?
I don't know. It's probably the Giants coach to lose currently, right?
Yeah.
I guess
I give him that. All right. And in other news,
what's that?
Your boy's coming back.
Baker's my boy. Baker's my boy.
I don't have too much to talk about that because there's no their owners and their brain trust said that there's not going to be any quarterback controversy.
Jacoby's not going to win the job outright the rest of the season. You don't think so?
No, sir. They said they said don't even think about it. They said we're not Jerry Jones. We don't mess with our fans like that.
Okay.
We're gonna just go ahead and say this. Deshawn Watson's job when he comes back.
Yeah, it's funny how the schedule worked out that way, huh?
Exactly.
Suspended the perfect amount of games, and then
They went ahead and appealed, right? Didn't they appeal?
he just let it go.
Oh, okay. He was like,
let
"Hey,
it go.
I'll deal with that."
Yeah.
It's in the
He already
script.
got his
It's in the
contract.
football script.
Yeah, like GOAT.
The GOAT.
Yeah.
The GOAT was slung around a little bit, kinda,
Barely?
barely.
Wouldn't you call it a sack?
I call it a sack. I call it a sack with cushion.
Right.
Yeah, but with Tom Brady, and when they're about to get the ball back,
Right.
they're like, okay. So what do you think about that?
First thoughts are that the call was outrageous.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't have been a penalty. But
Do you think they would have won?
I blame the Falcons.
Yeah.
Because the Falcons got to know going into it that we have to blow them out. It can't be a close game late, 7 points, 10 points. No, we got to handle it, so we take a knee.
Exactly.
And unfortunately, they didn't do that. So
you're right.
It is what it is.
You're right.
But I do ask you, though, what is it that you think about these quarterbacks getting so much protection in the pocket? And when I say quarterbacks, I will say certain quarterbacks.
Well,
as we know, I don't think Jalen Hurts is gonna get this call. We know Lamar's not getting this call.
Yeah.
I'll be interested to see if Josh Allen gets one of these calls.
Yeah, or or Herbert. You know what I mean?
or Herbert.
Yeah.
But I've seen Rodgers get the call a couple years ago. The Panthers.
Yep.
The Panthers played.
Packers. Specific. Okay.
Yeah. Because I was watching the game.
Yeah.
Came in. It was a regular sack, the same exact deal.
Wow.
Penalty flag late in the fourth quarter, so they kept the ball, they kept it, but it happened again on Sunday versus Brady. I mean, they've taken this to literally where you have to two-hand touch the quarterback and set him down.
You gotta set him down.
But it has to be literally right on his back or his backside.
Yeah.
Can't be his head, can't be his shoulder. You can't sling him down.
You remember that meme where I don't remember who it was. I think it was Marcus Lawrence, but he was sitting. It was I think a Cousins.
Okay.
And he was sitting down beside Cousins because he just sacked him.
Yeah.
And they were talking about picnic.
Yeah.
And that's what you got to do with the quarterback. You got to set the picnic. Got to get sandwiches. Got to get the wine.
Gentle.
Then set him down.
Treat him right.
I think that the NFL is into hiding. There are only about a couple reported concussions, right?
Right.
Guess how many concussions there were last week?
And by reported concussions, you mean superstars.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Okay.
Guess how many concussions there were?
According to NFL, 1. Oh, excuse me, none.
Because
2 didn't even have a concussion.
Oh, yeah. His back.
His
neck, his elbow. Yeah. So, 12. 12 concussions. Huh. NFL can spin some stuff, huh? 12 concussions.
How about that?
And then, above all, we had our boy from the line, Savion Smith.
Yeah.
This was a scary sight.
Wow.
They brought the stretcher, they brought the big boys, they brought the paramedics, they brought the whole shebang.
Right.
Shout out to you. We hope you're doing well.
Absolutely.
And we hope you can get back on the field as soon as possible.
Right.
Tua, we hope you're doing well, but we hope you don't get on the field as soon as possible.
Right.
I've read in articles that if you get a third concussion, that may permanently affect you. And no, it will permanently affect you.
Right.
And multiple doctors have said that. So please don't come back. Be a coach. Be a coordinator so you can be up in the stands. Because we don't even want you on the sidelines.
Right.
Being real. I'm not even joking.
Right.
Like when you're that susceptible.
So are you saying that you think he should stop playing football too?
Yeah.
Stop. So it's not about sitting out the season. You think he should just tap the mat?
Yeah. Because I read a couple articles about that. Because being real with you, I know that I got a concussion or two playing football, lining up, playing Oklahoma. Coaches just love seeing that. You know what I mean? I hope coaches don't do that anymore. But I just remember when my coach used to salivate when we were about to play Oklahoma. They used to put biggest guy. So they put the littlest guy with the biggest guy. You know, they just used to mess with things. You know what I mean? And I know I got a concussion doing that. Matter of fact, Mel Capers gave me my first concussion. Mel Capers, shout out to you. Yeah, I know I got my first concussion.
Right.
Second concussion, R.I.P. Larry Cook. With it being said, concussions are a serious thing, and they never truly go away, especially if you got 2 concussions in 2 weeks.
And Tua's been, dare I say, the most injury-prone quarterback prior to getting injured.
Since high school, man.
Since
high school, man.
He was injured.
He was injured in high school, bro.
High school.
No. I read some articles about him. He was injured in high school, bro.
Oh, man.
He was injured his junior year of high school.
Wow.
I don't remember what he hurt, man, but I've been reading so much about him because it was so interesting. Do you think that the Tom Brady call had anything to do with concussion? Because I'm sure that they had a meeting with the refs and were like, hey, you need to go ahead and call this game tight. And they were like, oh, Tom Brady? What do you think? Was it more Tom Brady or was it more concussions?
I think the Tua incident didn't help.
Mm-hmm.
Tom always does his thing where he's sacked, he gets up, and then he gets up and starts cursing out the refs.
Exactly.
There's no way that my offensive line with backup linemen couldn't block. Couldn't block.
No,
this Pro Bowl defensive lineman.
Have you ever seen Tom Brady do the Jordan? Remember when Jordan used to put his hand all around the refs?
Yeah.
He's like, hey, bro, I'll put you on this TB12 method. TB, and then so
avocado ice cream. All day.
Yeah. Tomlin experienced his worst loss in history under his era.
Right.
They did replace their quarterback. I feel like Kenny Pickett gives them optimism because he's a I don't want to bring him up, but he's a Brett Favre-ish. Like he doesn't protect his stats.
Right.
Like he throws it deep. He threads needles sometimes. I mean, he's a pretty good quarterback.
He's prone to turnovers, is what that's a,
but
is that translation?
I think that with growth, I think he's going to be a good quarterback.
Okay.
I really do. I think they found their franchise quarterback.
And also, as we can see here, he's very, very scrappy.
Oh, his hands are 99 and
hey, listen.
Let's look at this for a second.
Listen, Pittsburgh Steelers this past weekend.
Yeah.
They didn't have a whole lot of fight. But Kenny does though, obviously.
Sure.
Moving on though, let's get to these games of the week that we got coming.
Giants.
Okay.
Versus Lamar and them Ravens.
Oh.
I'm between a rock and a hard place on that, but I'm actually going to say that he takes him down a notch, Lamar.
Okay.
And they're going to beat him with the Justin Tuck field goal.
Okay.
And Jay Tuck will come out. I'm going to make it easy. 24-21.
24-21?
Yeah.
Okay.
With the Justin Tuck field goal, go ahead.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I see what you did there. I'm going to say final score. Give me Ravens 31. Giants 20.
20? Okay, all right. So we have no confidence in the 4-1 team versus the 3-2 team.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Right. So next game of the week, I'm going to give us this is juicy.
Oh, okay, juicy. We go.
The Bills. Versus the Chiefs.
Okay.
Who do you have?
As we know, last season's playoff game ended with Tyreek Hill throwing up the deuces.
Mm-hmm.
But Tyreek Hill's not there no more.
No Tyreek. And do you realize that their offense is kind of molded into like a West Coast offense? Like there's no deep balls. Everyone gets the ball and they get little short hitches and slants and little swings and screens.
You know what?
It's just West Coast offense now. It's not
I'm gonna go
typical Andy Reid.
I think the Bills pulled off this time.
Wow. Okay.
Strictly because Chiefs' weapons are not what they used to be, aka they lost Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, exactly.
And Tyreek Hill literally showed in that game with 13 seconds left, he was the difference in that game.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now let's talk about a game that's near and dear to my heart. So the Panthers are playing those Rams, which thank y'all for giving us the winning game plan of how to beat them. Because just like the Cowboys defense, the Panthers also have a very good defense.
Monkey see, monkey do.
And I'm thinking that we can get after Matthew Stafford.
Mm-hmm.
And J.C. Horn, I don't know. Y'all should look this boy up. This boy is a lockdown corner.
Mm-hmm.
He really is. So I think we're going to put him on Cup.
So what are you saying?
I'm calling for it. Upset special of the week. The Panthers fired Rule. Wilkes is our coach. Baker's out injured. We have new quarterback, new head coach. Means new life, new pizzazz.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
We will upset the Rams this coming Sunday.
You know what? I'm not even going to let you have that by yourself because I witnessed the Rams in 2 different games. And to be honest with you, they're just not that good.
They're not.
Von Miller is a big subtraction. And their addition for Von Miller was practically Allen Robinson.
Yeah.
And remember what I told you about Allen Robinson?
The salary slot.
Yeah. So Allen Robinson has his lowest amount of yards ever at this point. Remember last week he had 69 or 60.
Yeah.
Now last week he had 12.
Yeah.
So that means he has 72 or 82 yards.
Yeah.
Like after 5 games, that's outrageous. And one more thing we need to talk about. Cowboys, Eagles.
Okay.
So
I was hoping we could get away and just right off into the sunset without talking about it, but I guess so.
We got to bring it up because that's in reality the game of the week.
It is.
So waiting all day for Sunday night. I feel embarrassed for that.
That's actually I do know what song you were singing, so it works.
I'm in tune. I don't be on key most of the time, so I appreciate that. But yeah. So Cowboys, Eagles. Since you're
Eagles guy.
No, you're not too. Are you an Eagles guy?
I am a Jalen Hurts guy.
Oh yeah, I'm a Jalen Hurts guy too.
I like Jalen Hurts since college. Yeah. I was pro him over Tua. I didn't get the hype because
him or Saquon getting MVP
or
Lamar. Lamar. Yeah, Lamar. Yeah. Who you got? Cowboys, Eagles.
I have the Eagles. I think this is the week that your boy Cooper Rush turns back into a pumpkin.
Whoa.
I think so because Jalen Hurts and that Eagles offense is gonna be humming. And I think this is the week when Cooper Rush has got to put up points.
Yeah.
And this is when we gonna find out something.
Yep.
Yeah. He's gonna get tested this week.
And the fact that I don't want to mark anything, but the fact that Mike is hurt, I mean, I don't know, but that might be a good thing because you get 5 sacks. I mean, and you don't normally get 5 sacks. Like that's outrageous. Yeah. So I don't know, but I'm gonna go with Cowboys all day, of course.
Close.
Definitely close. Always close, unfortunately. I'm gonna say this is close.
I'm gonna say the only way y'all win is if it's 20 points or less.
Okay.
You have to keep the game under 20. If the game gets into the 20s, I'm not liking your chances.
Yeah. I'm gonna give you that. I'll give you that. I'm gonna say a low scoring game. Ooh, I don't know how it's gonna get here, but it's gonna get here. I'm gonna just give you a Stephen A. score. 23-2. That was like 23 to 18.
23 to 18.
23-18. So I'm gonna give you.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I will accept 23 to 18.
Yes. To make a long story short, we've started over the YouTube, so I want you guys to go ahead right now, if you can, and go ahead and support us once again.
Thank you.
Not the Can't Argue With That page with like 80, 90 subscribers.
Yeah.
The Can't Argue With That with no subscribers or a few subscribers. We just set it up yesterday and
started again.
Yeah. So we had to start over. So please subscribe. Can't Argue With That podcast. That's right. We're on all streaming media.
That's right.
Check us out. Check us out one more time.
Share, like,
do whatever you got to do.
That's right.
And then as well, once we get 25 subscribers, we're going to put all the names in the hat. We're going to do a raffle live on the show. We'll give you a prize pack, or we'll cash app you a given amount of money.
Right.
Next 25 people, we'll have another raffle. Hopefully this happens every week. We at least 25 people a week.
Yeah.
But and then the next week, we'll go ahead and have another raffle with those 25 individuals, and you'll win right here on the show. Yes, sir.
And on that note, let's ride.
Have some good fun, here's your invitation. Join in, tap in, get a conversation. Hope you did your homework, know what you're facing. Run a circus round you while you slowly pacing.